So it appears Andrew Luck is calling it quits. Andrew Luck is retiring from the NFL, adding his name to that list, that long list of these unexpected retirements that we constantly get in sports, from Sugar Ray Leonard, the first retirement, not the fifth and sixth and seventh and eighth, but the first retirement. Michael Jordan, the first retirement. Barry Sanders, Jim Brown, all of these iconic figures. Andrew Luck has thrown his name into the list with those guys. In my opinion, he's well within his rights. I hear everything from he's given up on the fans to he's well within his rights to complete trash. He's given up. He's given up, right? So what do you think about these type of things when you hear fans questioning your work ethic, your hunger for success? This is one of the best quarterbacks in the league, right? Now, this is the first overall pick in the draft, made a playoff run his rookie year. Let's just understand who the hell Andrew Luck really is. It's a damn good quarterback that was just simply injury prone, and it's maybe to no fault of his own, and he kept trying to get back and get back. He got injured again with an ankle injury that maybe morphed into like a calf strain. We don't know how bad it could have been, but I think he saw the end of the tunnel and did not want to continue this because he's been through this 1,000 times over. He looked at that bank account and said, "Woo, I got some money. I'm good. Family straight, but I want to enjoy this with them while my body, my brain, my limbs are continuing to work." So a lot of people will talk about he's giving up on his fans, giving up on his teammates, right? This is a very interesting subject to me because there's something bigger here. There's something much bigger here this time around, in my personal opinion. It's something I've always been an advocate of, is that when you're at work, when you're on your team, whatever the case may be, your team is your family. Your ultimate obligation is to your family and those who are really on your team in life, who will be with you despite if you're cut off this team. Because you think if Andrew Luck had a bad season and the Colts cut him, do you think his team would care? They might care from the standpoint of like, oh man, it's messed up. But they're going to continue to play. They're going to continue to play. His obligation is to his wife. His obligation is to his family, his kids, all of these different things. The people that are going to be with him, even if he would have continued his career, it wouldn't have made a damn difference. His NFL lifespan is going to be shorter than the rest of his life. You know what I'm saying? So I respect Andrew Luck. The man had a book club, was encouraging the youth to read. What he's done is amazing. And I'm not talking about just the NFL aspect, but what he's done is well within his rights. This speaks to something bigger that I've been constantly telling people for the longest. And that is, and it maybe sound a little hypocritical because I do cover sports here, but we got to stop this celebrity worship. There's no need to go crazy, shed tears and cry and boo this, man. It's one thing to have I'm not saying don't enjoy your sports and don't enjoy your sports figures. These guys are humans, period. They owe you nothing. They owe you nothing but a good show. If they want to call it quits, they can call it quits. Period. You know, when I was younger, I was a huge Tracy McGrady fan. And that guy lost in the first round, man, I damn near wanted to cry. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. I didn't even cry when my team, like when I was actually playing basketball and losing. I didn't even cry when I was losing, but yet I'm crying when I'm watching this guy. That doesn't make any sense. Celebrity worship has to stop. I'm not saying don't support people. I'm not saying don't enjoy personalities. I'm not saying don't enjoy the game. But come on, man, keep your, people forget, what is fan really short for? Fanatic, right? Don't be that much of a fanatic. Don't have that much of an obsession for someone that you really don't know. Andrew Luck is really good at throwing the football and appears to be a solid individual from afar. I don't know him personally, but he appears to be a solid individual from afar. But regardless of what happens, never be that attached to this person's decisions to where it should break you. I see a lot of fans really acting like this, like they just lost their job. Bro, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Whether the Colts win, lose, whatever the case. Andrew Luck plays, doesn't play, throws 50 touchdowns, throws 2 interceptions, throws 50 interceptions. Doesn't really matter. Your life will continue to go on if you choose to make it go on, right? So these guys provide entertainment. They provide inspiration, but keep it at a minimum if you possibly can. This is one of the best quarterbacks in the league calling it quits because it's his decision to do so. All these injuries piled up. A lot of that, I'm sure, is mental too. I'm pretty sure if he wanted to play, he probably could still go, but he just did not see the need. The reward just was not big enough where the risk was at this point in his career. 29 years old, all the money that he needs, all the money that he wants. I'm sure he's maybe wanted to do some more things in the NFL. But in terms of just being so concerned with how is he going to look from a legacy standpoint, Your legacy changes day to day. If I'd have told you, and this was 1934, 1935, and you just seen Joe Louis fight, and I would have said, hey, Joe Louis is the greatest boxer of all time, and there will never be a fighter that's more famous than him, you'd have told me I'm a damn fool. And now, damn near 100 years later, 80, 90 years later, now people aren't even mentioning him unless they're talking about the Joe Louis arena, sadly. He's one of the greatest boxers of all time. Legacy changes moment to moment. Time will erase a lot of your of the great things that people remembered you for. And a lot of times you will just become another stat or another footnote in history. So with that being said, I'm happy for Andrew Luck. If this is what he wants to do, I'm happy for him. I fully support it. But what do you guys think about that? There's two points. What do you think about Andrew Luck retiring? But also, what do you think about celebrity worship in the sense of being this disappointed that your favorite athlete retires, or in LeBron's case, leaves your team? Let me know.